Oh man. Oh man. The Clippers are a complete joke. I know the slander is going to be coming in hot and the Clippers deserve it. George Paul, man. George Paul. And number 2 came up small this series. Very, very small. But honestly, the Clippers beat themselves. All credit to the Nuggets. They stayed resilient, they fought, and they believed they were the better team and stayed the course and won this series. But the Clippers more so choked this series away. This series was supposed to be done in Game 5, but the Clippers constantly blew leads time and time again. Their overall production gets worse in the third and fourth quarter because they get ahead of themselves. I slept on the Denver Nuggets, and I can admit I slept on the Denver Nuggets because I wasn't a believer in Jamal Murray this series. He stepped up. I'm glad he proved me wrong. But Jamal Murray has to be equal or better than Nikola Jokic to win games and a championship in the playoffs. We've seen that time and time again. Even with Jamal Murray being big, the Clippers still should have won this series. This is why I say they lost to themselves more so than the Nuggets beat them. When you have George Paul shooting terribly, Kawhi Leonard is not even showing up, Lou Williams is not even showing up, no production from anyone, of course the Nuggets are going to win. Now, the Nuggets will face the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. We've been deprived of having a battle for Los Angeles, but this is the Western Conference Finals here, and I think this will be an underrated and very entertaining series here. The Lakers won the season series against the Nuggets 4-1. As I stated before, right off the bat, Jamal Murray must be equal or better than Nikola Jokic to take down the Lakers. Nikola Jokic is going to be Nikola Jokic. That's a given. He's the best big man right now. He's going to dominate any big that's in front of him, and I have no worries that he's going to show up. Nikola is Nikola. He had a triple-double in Game 7. Like, come on. He's the best center in this league right now. Now, Anthony Davis and Nikola Jokic will be just battling each other. They will trade shots. I give the edge to Jokic. He will be much more effective than Anthony Davis. LeBron James is the best player in this series. The Nuggets, I don't know if they can slow him down, so I expect him to come up big in this series. This series will flat out come down to who can dominate the three-point battle. Who can outshoot who? I think the Lakers and Nuggets are equal in three-point shooters, but the Lakers three-point shooters are more prone to going cold, and the Nuggets have been hot from 3 and got consistency there, especially in the series against the Los Angeles Clippers. The X factors for the Nuggets here are Paul Millsap and Michael Porter Jr. The X factor for the Lakers is Kyle Kuzma, and he is going to have to be that consistent third option for the Lakers, and he is so important because he is the third best player on this team. As long as the Nuggets get consistency from their role players, this will be a long series. Rajon Rondo has played well ever since coming back. Kyle Kuzma has to be the Lakers' best third guy, and he has to be consistent if the Lakers want to win. Also, is Anthony Davis going to play center? He may have to. He's going to have to be a body to slow down and put pressure on both ends for Nikola Jokic. Nuggets are a slow-paced team. Their defense is okay, not great, but their offensive production has been great. Lakers lack consistent offensive production. I think the Nuggets are the better offensive team here, but the Lakers are the better defensive team. Lakers are going to have to limit threes and slow down Jamal Murray. Nuggets are going to have consistent production from Jamal Murray and find a way to slow down LeBron, which is easier said than done. Lakers are a team that likes to push for switches and exploit bad defenders onto a LeBron James or Anthony Davis, so that's also something the Nuggets have to look out for. Lakers are also a great transition team. They like to get up and run up the court, but the Nuggets are extremely resilient. The best way to beat them is stomp them into the ground and have consistent effort for 48 minutes. I don't care if it's the fourth quarter and the Lakers are up 50 with 10 seconds left in the fourth. This Nuggets team is crazy resilient and have team chemistry to where they play within themselves. This is a guards league, and Jamal Murray can honestly take over here against the Lakers guards, and that's what I'm expecting. If he dominates the guards, Lakers are going to have a tough battle here. The Lakers lack another shot creator who can match a Jamal Murray. So Jamal might be a bigger problem than he was in previous series. Jamal might be a much more consistent threat throughout the entire series. In the Clippers-Utah series, he kind of had games where he was off, but this series I can honestly see him being consistent here. The Nuggets may be gassed, but they may lose game 1 and some games like game 2 or maybe game 3. And then they come back. They just start fighting. They come back. They don't get gassed, and they understand what they have to do. The Nuggets have better team chemistry than the Lakers. They play within each other, and they are crazy resilient. In key moments, they can turn up, and their defense gets better in crunch moments. I think this series may be much more easier for the Nuggets than the Clippers series. The Clippers had much more firepower, and obviously that firepower went cold. But the Lakers have 2 stars and other role pieces that's kind of like up and down. So that's something that's in the Nuggets' favor here. This series, I believe, regardless, is going 7 games. I'm convinced that every series the Nuggets plays, it's an automatic game 7. So I'm banking on that. But I have the Lakers winning this series in 7 games. I didn't expect the Nuggets to be here this far, but I see how they are resilient as a team and how much Nikola Jokic tore up the Clippers defense, as well as Jamal Murray tearing it up. Kawhi Leonard's a quiet dude, but I would be having nightmares of Nikola Jokic right now. I can't bet against LeBron James. The plot armor is too strong, and I don't see this Lakers team choking big time to the extent of Clippers and the Jazz. If LeBron James chokes this series, you already know the conservatives who don't watch ball, the Lakers fans, Clippers fans, the LeBron haters, the Giannis for MVP crowd. Skip Bayless, you already know he will have the slander tweets ready in his drafts. He probably already has it right now. NBA Twitter, hell, even Trump, you already know he's going to slander LeBron if he loses this series. But I don't see LeBron choking this series away. But if he does, it'll be crazy. But all hats to the Denver Nuggets. I'm sorry for sleeping on this team. I apologize to this team, like really, and that's sincere. The Nuggets are a great squad here. Even prior, I already knew they were future championship contenders. I didn't think they would make it to the conference finals here, but they are a dangerous squad because of their chemistry. And I believe this will be a tough series for the Lakers here. The Nuggets and Lakers are both hot. But anyways, that will conclude this video. If you did like the video, please do comment and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and any support in that is truly appreciated. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching this video, and let me know who you got in this series in the comment section below.